10 seconds left. When the timer goes off, please immediately put your pencil down and put your book away and get out your pen for grading. 3, 2, 1. Time's up, pencil down, books away. That should be out in 3, 2, 1. Mario, where's your blue pen? That'll be up to that time, you actually start. You need to just promptly. Okay, we are going to go to our two questions. We're going to go through the answers for each of these. For number 1, I'm going to use my popsicle stick. Whoever's name I call, you're going to give us the answer to number 1. Denasia, number 1, please.
8 and 4 fifths.
Help?
8 and 4 fifths.
8 and 4 fifths. On the count of 3, please snap one time if you agree with Denasia. 1, 2, 3. Who can explain why? Why is it 8 and 4 fifths? How did Denasia get that? Alanis, nice and loud.
If you add 11 and 15 and 1 and 2 is 12, 15, and then, well, yeah, and then 5 and 3 is 8, it's 12, 15, and then you have to reduce it, and then it's 8 and 4.
Okay, so essentially what Alanis is saying is we're going to take our 5 and our 3, and we're going to add that together, and we get 8. And we're going to take our 11 15ths plus 1 15th, and I get 12 15ths. And then I have to simplify 12 15ths.
Yeah, divide by 3.
Oh, you just gave me the answer. Oh, you gave me too much. That's okay. I was going to have you show me on your fingers what we divide by, but what did you say we divide by, Alanis? 3. We divide by 3 over 3 to simplify to 4 fifths. We put this with that, and that gives us our final answer. Is that clear to everyone? All right. Number 2. I would like you to call out the correct letter response on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
C.
Some people said C, some people said A. Jonathan Hodge, please read the question for us.
The question for number 2 is what is not the same as 31 fifths?
Not the same. Does anyone want to change your answer now that we've read that out loud? Let's try it again. On the count of 3, call up the correct answer to number 2. 1, 2, 3.
C.
C is in fact the correct answer. Who can explain why in 15 seconds or less? Cheyenne, go.
I actually ruled the answer out when I simplified it, and then I figured that C was the only answer I didn't get.
Say that one more time.
I ruled the other choices out.
How?
I simplified it into proper fractions.
Simplified what?
31 over 5.
So you simplified 31 over 5, and what did you get?
I got 6 and 1 fifth.
Okay, so 31 fifths, if we turn it from an improper fraction into a mixed number, is equal to 6 and 1 fifth. So we know A cannot be the choice because it says what is not the same. What about B?
Well, B, I turned it to improper fraction again, and then it almost got the same as 6 and 1 fifth, so I know it wasn't that either.
Well, what's the connection between 31 fifths and 62 tenths? What's the connection there? Turn to your partner. What is the connection between 31 fifths and 62 tenths? Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to me. What's the connection between 31 fifths and 62 tenths? Everyone just talk to someone so I should see lots of hands. Cameron, what's the connection? So if I multiply 31 fifths times 2 over 2, I get 62 tenths. So those two fractions are what? What's our vocabulary word to fill that blank? Those two fractions are what, Geraldine? Help? They're what, everyone?
Equivalent.
Equivalent. So we know they are the same, so we need to eliminate that one. Now, let's go to D. 5 and 65th, oh, good gracious, Mrs. Fubby. 5 and 6 fifths. How is that connected to 31 fifths? Turn and talk to your partner. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Bring it back to me, please. What is the connection between 31 fifths and 5 and 60? Oh, I keep saying that. 5 and 6 fifths. Roy, track Roy, please.
But it has 6
The
fifths.
connection is.
The connection is that 5 and 6 fifths can change into, you can put 6 fifths into, make it a 1, and you're left with 1 left. So 1 fifth, and you add the 1 to a 5 is 6, and a 6 and 1 fifth.
Okay, so what Roy is telling us is if we convert 6 fifths to a mixed number, we're going to get 1 and 1 fifth. 5 plus, 1 and 1 fifth is equal to 6 and 1 fifth. And we know that 6 and 1 fifth, which was choice A, is equal to 31 fifths. Is that clear to everyone?
Crystal.
What's another thing you could do that would be a little bit faster than what Roy just told us? If we want to know the connection between 5 and 6 fifths and 31 fifths, what's the other thing we could have done? Brandon.
Could have multiplied 5 times 5 and add to 6.
Yeah, we could have just simply converted this to an improper fraction. 5 times 5 is what, everyone?
25.
5 times 5 is what, everyone?
25.
Plus 6?
31.
25 plus 6?
31.
31 fifths. So we know that that is also equal. So C is the choice. Is that clear?
Crystal.
All right, we spent a little extra time on that one. Just want to make sure we understand the connection between those fractions. Now, for number 3, I want you to show me with your fingers. 1 is what you're going to show me if 1/2 is the bigger fraction. 2 is what you're going to show me if 7/11 is the bigger fraction. Is that clear to everyone?
Crystal.
Show your fingers in 3, 2, 1, go. I need to see clearly what number you're picking. Fingers down. I see most people have shown the number 2 to indicate that 7/11 is the bigger number. I want you to turn to your partner in 10 seconds or less and talk about why. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Back to me in 3, 2, 1. Mario, why? What's the bigger fraction, first of all? 7/11. So why is that the bigger fraction, Mario?
It's more bigger than the half of the block. A lot, a bar, so put it into 11, and then 7.
Could you speak a little louder and a little bit more clearly, please?
If you draw a bar and you draw lines to show the half, you should have done the same thing for 7/11. But put it in 11 pieces, you should have 7. The 7/11, which will show that it's greater than the half.
Okay, so Mario's talking to us about a strategy where we can draw 2 pictures. If we show a picture that shows 1/2, we draw a bar, divide it into 2 sections, and shade one of them. And we draw a bar that's the same size, but we divide it into 11 pieces, and we shade 7 of them. That will be a bit bigger than 1/2. Snap one time on the count of 3 if you agree with Mario. 1, 2, 3. Is there anyone else who has an explanation for this? That's a good way to do it. What else could we think to ourselves? Geraldine?
You could divide 7 and 11, and you'll get 4 and 1/7. And if you divide 1 and 2, you can just get 2. And 4 1/7 is bigger than 2.
That is actually not accurate. If we divide 7 by 11, we don't get 4 and anything. That actually doesn't make sense numerically because 7/11 is a fraction which is part of a whole. You've told us that we get something that's a whole plus sum. So that's not quite right. I like your thinking, but the math you did is actually not quite right. Brandon?
Well, half of 11 is 5 and 5/10. So if 7 over 11 is more than 5 and 5/10, so if half is 5 and 5/10 over 11, then 7 must be more.
So what Brandon is telling us is that half of 11 is 5.5, 5 and 5/10. So 5 and 5/10 would be equal to 1/2. We have 7/11, so we know that it is greater than 1/2. So 7/11 is the bigger fraction. Is that clear to everyone? Everyone, I need everyone to check their posture in the next 2 seconds. Some of us are getting a little bendy in the waist. We need to make sure we're sitting up straight. Is that clear? All right, for the last 2, we're going to actually, I'm going to get out my metal detector. It's actually a math detector, but it's like a metal detector. The way it works is, I'm going to take my pen, and I'm going to move my pen along the number line, as if we're looking for, gold or something. And when we get to the place where I should be putting my X to indicate, in this case, 5,525, you're going to make the sound of a metal detector. Can someone raise their hand and tell me what sound a metal detector makes? Cyrus?
It goes beep, 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 beep,
Beep, beep, beep, beep, beep, beep, beep, beep, right? So when I get close, you can start to go beep, 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 and then I get to the spot, you can go beep, 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 so I know where to put my X. Is that clear to everyone? Is that clear to everyone? All right, so we're looking for 5,525. Where would it be located? I'm going to start over here.
beep, 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 beep,
Oh, I found gold? So somewhere about here is where I should put my X, right? Who can be a little bit more precise than my metal detector? Like, how do we know exactly where to put this X? Rebecca? Track Rebecca, please.
What I did is I separated the block between 5,500, 5,600, and I separated it into 4 parts.
Okay, so we're between these two numbers, and you separated into how many parts? Just 4 random parts?
No, I
Or equal parts. Okay, so did you divide it in half first? Okay, so first Rebecca divided it in half. And what number does that represent, everyone?
6.
What number is that?
5,000.
Cameron, what number is this? Exactly in the middle of 5,500 and 5,600. 5,550. 5,000 what? 50. There we go. Now you said into 4 parts though, not just 2 but 4. So you divided it here and you divided it here. Is that right? And then where did you put your X?
I put my X on one to
The one to the left. This one here. Right. Which was about where the metal detector went off. Why is that the space we should put our X? Turn to your partner in 10 seconds or less to talk. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Why? Bring it back. Why is that where we put our X, Dominique?
That's where you put it, your X's, because 524, because, okay, so the middle of 5,500 and 5,600 is 5,550. So half of 5,550 is 5,525.
Yes. So we found the midway point here, 5,550, and then we found the midway point again. And so halfway between 5,500 and 5,550 is exactly our X, 5,525. Is that clear to everyone?
Crystal.
All right, let's go to the last one. It's metal detector time. Get ready. Here we go. So it sounds to me like I should put my X here. Who can explain why? As a matter of fact, search your partner in 10 seconds or less. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bring it back. Aaron, why is that where we should put our X?
I don't believe that's where we should put your
You don't. Oh, you disagree. So, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you do agree. Okay, why? No, you don't agree. No. Where should our X go?
The X should go a space next to the
1/2 is equivalent to 4/8.
The X should be a space over.
Then you could do
So it should be like right here?
7/8 and then 8/8.
Snap one time if you agree with that.
5, you did 5, 6, 7. Yep, correct.
Who's got the right answer? I know I have the right answer. I want to know who else in here has the right answer. Anthony, let's hear from you.
The X would be between that halfway mark and the 1.
Halfway mark and the 1. So it should be right here where it is? Where?
Where that X is between the other half.
Over here?
Other half.
Over here?
No.
What?
Between the 1 and the X.
Here.
Yes.
Why?
Because if you convert 1/2 to 4/8, 4 is 4/8, and the middle one would be 6/8.
Oh.
And the
So wait, let me get this right. You're saying 1/2 is equal to 4/8, and 1 whole is equal to 8/8. And so this mark where the metal detector went off would be what? 6/8. Oh. So does this exactly halfway in between what? 6/8 and 8/8. So our X should actually go right here. Is that clear to everyone?
Crystal.
Thank you for that logic, Mr. Bishop. Please count the number that you got correct out